By now, you should be familiar with Samsung's habit of releasing devices at different screen sizes, and this, the Galaxy Note Pro 12.2, is no different. Is there really a need or even a market for a 12.2-inch tablet and stylus combo? That remains to be seen. But the lack of an apparent demo hasn't held Samsung back from iterating upon the formula it established for the 10-inch Note line with its Galaxy Note Pro 12.2. Not much has changed in the Note Pro's evolution to 12.2 inches. It still bears the same 2560 by 1600 LCD display, redesigned S Pen, overall build, specifications, and wireless configurations as the Note 10.1 2014 edition. It even keeps the recent tradition of a faux stitched leather backplate going, which, for Samsung's flagships, is a good thing. Since Samsung hasn't released pricing or availability for the Note Pro's LTE variants, we can only reference its incarnation as a Wi-Fi only tablet, and because of that, the processor inside, an Exynos 5, remains tied to Samsung. Yes, it's an octa-core setup, but that doesn't translate to all 8 firing at once for the most blisteringly fast tablet experience ever. It's actually more to do with the Exynos 5's big little architecture, which divides up processing tasks between 2 sets of quad cores, one for low power, and the other for heavy processing. In practice though, that supposed CPU benefit is nowhere to be seen. The Note Pro 12.2 is marked by an overall slowness. You'll sometimes wonder if you've even correctly touched an app you'd want it to launch. That's how much of a hesitation there is. And that sluggishness only increases the more you put its hallmark features like multi-window to the test and increase the load on the CPU. The display though, it's a beauty. Samsung didn't opt for a Super AMOLED panel here, but given its giant screen size, it's actually better to have less of an intensely saturated color palette searing your eyeballs. That display also makes the Note Pro 12.2 ideal for showing off photos and presentations, and even watching locally stored movies or streamed content. You'll just need to figure out a way to prop it up, because there's no way you'll want to hold the Note Pro 12.2 for an extended amount of time. The Note Pro 12.2's S Pen features are nothing new for the line. S-Note and Action Memo both make an appearance here, and there's even a scrapbook feature for collecting images and links from around the web. Removing the S Pen from its holster still triggers the Air Command control panel, a palette-like interface for these S Pen shortcuts. The nicest addition to the Note Pro 12.2 is an application called Remote PC, and it does pretty much exactly what it's named for, which is to give you remote access to your PC or Mac. The setup process is fairly easy for most users to get through, and should only take about 5 minutes to complete. You'll need to download companion software on your intended computer to complete the bridge, but it's nothing more complicated than that. The verdict? It works well, but Remote PC does have a few quirks, namely when dealing with text input. The keyboard layout simply takes up too much space on the lower half of the screen. You know, the area where most dialog boxes appear. It makes for blind typing and the occasional typo, but it's not frustrating enough to make the setup unworkable. Don't expect the Note Pro 12.2 to last and last. Even though it's got a considerably large 9,500 mAh cell inside, that's primarily there to power the tablet's 12.2-inch high-res display. If you're an average user that doesn't demand much from your tablet, then you probably will manage about a day or more with the Note Pro, with battery saver turned on. Anything heavier than that is sure to deplete the battery's charge within a day. Even with unique features like Remote PC, the Note Pro 12.2 just isn't unique enough. It's just a larger Note 10.1 2014 edition, and that's a problem Samsung only made worse with its pricing. $650 gets you a 32GB Wi-Fi only model, while just $100 more bumps the internal storage space up to 64GB. It seems unreasonable when you can easily forego the Note Pro 12.2's extra 2.1 inches and simply opt for the Note 10.1 2014 edition for much less.